Good afternoon, folks. Evening in some places. Welcome to our next episode of Star Trek Online. Sorry I attempted to do this earlier, but I don't know what's going on when I try to be connected directly. It keeps randomly dropping connection, so I'm connected wirelessly now, so let's see how this turns out. So let's try this again. And we are doing midnight.
One way or another, the war ends today. The Iconians are massing for a final push towards the key worlds of the Alliance. We are gathering any remaining forces to mount a defense. And perhaps,
it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to tie the
we will be able to turn
Dominion into this one. Because I think they might have slightly updated this episode with the new expansion that they have now. Sorry about that. Accept. Let us begin. Just gonna see who's on. Nobody. Begin. And hopefully this turns out decent. Surprised how fast my Wi-Fi actually can work at, but it's still gonna be slow. I don't know how good the quality is gonna be. I'm probably gonna lose a little bit of quality since I'm not directly connected to the modem now. I'm wirelessly connected to my modem right now, just so I can actually get some recording done. Because I have to wait till Saturday for them to come and see if they can figure out what's going on. Because it's like when I have the Xbox, I can connect to either port and it works just fine. But then when I connect the laptop, it's probably the wire, but I don't see why, because the last modem before the one that I replaced this one with, I had the same issue. But as soon as I got that last modem, it worked just fine. And then when I replaced this one, it's having the same issue the last one had. Yeah, I can already feel the lagginess. The chronotemporal temporal phasing technology makes this one of the few safe rallying points for what remain of the Alliance fleet. Captain, I hope I'm not speaking out of line, but I'm looking forward to paying back the Iconians for all the ships and friends that are missing from this muster. I miss them too, but right now I need to check in with some of the other captains about our orders. So they're all going to be over in here, looks like. Talk to the captains. Alright, Jarrah, let's talk to you first.
All these years of pain and strife, and it comes to this? I cannot believe that this is how we will end. Our suffering, our struggles cannot be rendered so meaningless. You know what we have been through. This bitter taste, this grief that washes over me, cannot be the last thing that I feel. We will rise again from this. We must.
So untrue, Commander. Alright, Captain.
Glad you're here. We've been fighting non-stop and it feels like we're barely making a dent. Command says we're preparing for our last chance. I hope they have an ace up their sleeve, because I can't see a way to defeat the Iconians in a straight military battle. Whatever happens, just remember that you'll always have the Enterprise at your side.
Thank you, Captain.
The High Command is still intact, and Kronos remains unconquered.
For now.
Even so, this war cannot be won if we lose Earth. The Bortesque will fight until she can fight no more, as will I. If this is to be our end, then I will meet it with blade in hand and blood in my teeth. I can ask for no greater honor than to fight beside an ally who has shown this courage time and again.
Clock, Captain. It's grim, sir. Most people are trying to stay hopeful, but we've lost so much in this war, the pressure is just wearing everyone down. We should go to the briefing. Maybe Captain Kagran has some good news. Is there anybody else I can talk to in here?
We have defeated one Iconian, but the cost to do so was too high. The Iconian forces are too numerous for us to sustain such a strategy. We have been forced to our last resort. The Krynim time ship has been modified, and we can use it to generate a portal to send us back to the ancient time of Iconia. Once there, we must prevent any Iconians from escaping the destruction of their home world. If necessary, we must kill the remaining Iconians ourselves.
Time travel experiments have all failed so far.
We presumably failed a temporal incursion, changing things in the past while remaining in a bubble of temporally shielded current time. This allows the timeline to unfold as it will, almost randomly. My team and I have been working on an alternative method that will actually send someone back in time to the past, where they can directly affect the timeline and help to guide it along the desired path. We've been running some basic scenarios that leave us quite hopeful that we can aid in the original attacks on ancient Iconia, to ensure there are no survivors for us to deal with in the present.
This seems like an exceedingly risky plan, and even if it works, we will be engaging in genocide.
We cannot sustain this war. The Iconians will destroy or conquer every species in the galaxy. If we do not stop them now, there is no guarantee that this plan will work. But if we do not try, we will certainly lose everything. Our long-range sensors have detected signs of transit from the Iconian spheres. The Iconians must be preparing their heralds for another large-scale invasion. We are gathering our remaining forces to make our stand.
Begin the briefing.
The Iconians have picked our next battlefield, and it is the Sol system. If Earth falls, we have lost this war. We have one move left to us, and it is to move this war to a battlefield of our own design. We will attack the Iconians in the past. We've identified that the Iconians were forced from their homeworld in an attack 200,000 years ago. We will take part in that attack and ensure there are no survivors to fight us in the present. Noy's team is busy reconfiguring the time ship. There are no guarantees, even with time travel on our side. We must hold out long enough for a ship to pass through a temporal portal. That means fighting this fight, and every other, until this technology is complete.
Captain, this goes against everything we stand for. Everything we've been fighting for.
You talk of honor, and duty, and freedom. All of these will just be words if we fail. We can try to live up to these ideals when we survive.
Let's see. Okay, I guess that's it. Alright. Let's get it going. On to our next task.
You are cleared for departure. Good luck.
Iconians have begun their attacks. Incoming hail from Captain Kragan. On screen.
I've gotten word from Nori. They've completed their modifications, and the Krenim time ship is on its way. We must hold off the heralds long enough for the Krenim ship to arrive and generate a portal. Once the portal is open, we will go back in time to ancient Iconia and try to change history. But first, we must survive long enough to do so.
Where can we shore up defenses?
Enterprise here. We've intercepted a group of heralds. Can you give us a hand with them?
Acknowledged. Enterprise, we're on our way. Jeez.
This is the USS Hood. Our attack group is taking heavy losses.
RRW of Emergence responding to your call for assistance.
What? That's new.
Shipyards are losing integrity. We need someone on damage control, or we may lose them before the ships in dock can mobilize.
Okagi here. We've restored main power. Thanks for keeping the gantries intact. Bringing the Fight 99th Attack Wing into battle now.
This is ESD control. We're losing life support. Transporters are offline.
Our space map is lost main power. We're evacuating the room.
Undine attack. Now it's pretty damaged from the Iconian attack now. I'll switch that. Tie this in with the current update.
I told you I'd be back, and this time I brought friends.
We brought together forces from every corner of the galaxy.
No, we haven't. There's no Krenim in this battle.
I left because I needed to find allies for this war. Ones who you couldn't or wouldn't talk to. The Dominion understands the Iconian threat, and they are fighting to protect their cities.
Your timing is always impeccable.
The Herald ships are regrouping. We should use this respite to our advantage. Form up at the KIS Anarax. We must protect it long enough for it to activate a time portal. Once the portal is stabilized, we can use it to go back to Iconia's past, and hopefully undo this war before it starts.
That's our only option.
Our situation is desperate. If we fail here, Earth will fall, and Kronos won't have much hope of standing without it.
This is our last chance then. I'll see you in the past.
I'm arriving with the time ship. We must protect the
Well, I mean, yeah, granted, the Krenim are kind of sort of here because of the time ship. There's more than that are our allies in that part of the galaxy. So in a way, technically, we don't have everybody, every single quadrant attacking the battle. Yeah, like the Benthans or like the Benthans or even whatever Neelix's race is. Showed up and helped us. Yeah, that kind of be a little bit more. God, setting the setting. Swap them around.
Cross space-time.
Oh, hold on a sec. get some of my stuff set up first. Come on, give me what I need.
Just a little bit longer. Stabilizing the temporal portal so a ship can travel through it. Energizing temporal emitters. Time to take open and make.
Go! Get to that portal! Ready for force now. The carrier is firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
More gateways. An Iconian flagship is moving in.
This is the moment of your extinction.
Not today. Everyone, form up and cover our six.
Theirs not to make reply. Theirs not to reason why. Theirs but to do and die. Into the Valley of Death rode the 600.
I got destroyed. Trying to go through the portal, I get destroyed. But yet I somehow magically appear when I get to the other side.
Evaluating astrometrics.
I left it from Earth.
We have traveled back approximately
Ended up all the way at
200,000 years.
Iconia.
Only
That's a
our
little bit of a
ship made it
trip.
through.
There are no
For
signs
time
of
and
Captain
space.
Cogran or his ship. We will have to continue the mission without him.
Oh, he made it. He's just been here a lot. He's been here a week longer than we have. We've done some preliminary scans of the temporal location. Noe has put us exactly where and when we need to be. In Iconia, about 2 hours ahead of time we have for the attack on this world.
Perfect. This will give us a moment to get our bearings and figure out how best to prevent the Iconians from escaping their doom. There are only 12 Iconians that we've encountered, so trying to deal with just those 12 will be a much easier task than trying to take on this whole world.
Let's see what we can learn about these people in the meantime.
Greetings of the whole to you, strangers, and welcome to Iconia. My name is Matara, and I am a herald of Matara. Before I can allow you to pass, I must scan you to ensure that your technology is of a sufficient level for you to be allowed access to our city. This will only take a moment.
By all means.
Your technology is sufficient, but your chronoton particles are substantially out of phase. Please follow me. You must speak to my mistress.
Lead the way.
Remember why we are here. Every Iconian must die in the bombardment, and their technology cannot be taken. If even one Iconian escapes, this could all be for nothing.
Don't worry, I'll remember.
I recommend we begin by infiltrating their government building. We need access to their data and the gateway controls.
Agree, we can't allow any other technology to escape. Well, I should have said the other one.
You've seen the ruins of a once mighty empire. This is Iconia at the height of its power.
Alright, Matara.
I apologize for the interruption, Honored One. These travelers have just arrived at our city. Their chronoton particles are out of phase, and per your instructions, I have brought them to you.
Thank you, Mataran. You may return to your station. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Iconia. It is highly unusual to receive visitors with such unusual chronoton signatures, and yet we have had 2 in less than a cycle. Do you know a being named Cogran?
Yes, we were separated from Cogran on our journey here.
Wonderful. He will be quite pleased to reunite with you. You should be able to find him in the residential district. I imagine you passed through the same chronoton charged nebula he did. That would account for the anomalous readings.
Yes, we did pass through that nebula. Is there anything else we need to know?
Since you are explorers like Cogran, I suggest you speak to Lemiran. She is the keeper of our world heart, a repository of all knowledge and a genetic record of the worlds we have visited. The astrometrics data in the world heart could prove quite useful to you. Do you have any questions?
No, that's all for now. I'm not going to go bore you with all the information about these people, because I think I kind of did that in my other video for the console version of the game.
Greetings, travelers. Are you explorers, or do you come seeking our wisdom and guidance? Either way, I apologize. I am rather occupied at the moment. Please, return later. I should have time to speak to you then.
I'll be back, thank you.
The changes we see in the Iconians are too great to be simple evolution. The Iconians shape themselves and the Heralds into weapons. Genetic engineering that is both efficient and terrible.
Hey, Cogran. How you doing?
You made it. Something must have gone wrong as we entered the portal that
Yeah, I
disrupted
was getting shot at by
synchronization.
an Iconian as you were
I
coming
arrived
through.
2 weeks ago. I remained cloaked, scanned the planet for several days, and then came to the surface as an explorer, seeking to open diplomatic relations with the Iconians. My ship is using the magnetic fields above the poles to help conceal its presence.
What have you found?
The Iconians of this time are nothing like the ones we know. They are flesh, and appear to be friendly and peaceful, if a bit arrogant with those they see as lesser. Come. They will allow us to move through the city freely. You should see this for yourself.
We have a lot to see, Dragon.
Cogran is either a fool, or he's being manipulated by the Iconians. Either way, he might jeopardize the mission. We'll need to watch him closely.
He has a point.
Someone's calling for help.
An injured herald. This could be a chance to learn about their physiology. Perhaps even find a weakness.
Hello. Can you help us? My herald is injured, and I cannot leave him. I need someone to bring us some healing supplies. Heralds are also native to this planet. They were not as evolved as we are, so we enhanced them. The heralds are our companions and our helpers. They are our hands and our eyes, and they are our children. It is rare for my species to reproduce. In fact, it has been more than a century since a new Iconian was born on this world. Perhaps we are evolving beyond the need for such things. We will endure here, and our heralds will spread our word throughout the stars.
I understand. I will help your herald.
Thank you. There should be a healer nearby.
Do you require assistance, visitor? Certainly. However, I do not detect any injuries or abnormalities in your physical form. What do you require? Oh, of course. It is our duty and privilege to care for our heralds. I will follow you to the patient.
We'll see who the lesser race is.
I have spent days among these people. They are very proud and very strong.
Thank you, Traveler. I appreciate your assistance.
How do you feel about your creator? The Iconians are parent, teacher, master, friend. They are our rulers and our gods, and I am grateful for their guidance. They give purpose and structure to our lives. We would not exist without them.
The Iconians' affection for their pets is a weakness. We can exploit that.
I am not so sure. After all, we've seen how the Iconians will transform their pets. The Heralds are merciless killing machines. They have killed multitudes during this war.
Deaths that we will avenge here. No more waiting. We need to finish our mission. I don't understand why you're bothering to help these people. We need to find the gateway controls, sabotage them, and be done with it. This could all be over if you'd let it.
It's my job to help people in need. The circumstances are irrelevant.
Clearly the Iconians have a highly developed sense of the aesthetic.
That's fine, but what we need is to know more about their technology. And we're going to a park.
When you have technology as advanced as the Iconians, wonders can be found anywhere you look. We should talk to that officer over there.
I see you are interested in this device. We are testing a new method of encryption. So far, it has proven to be most effective. To access the console, you must solve a series of problems that we believe only an Iconian could answer. Unfortunately, I fear the console is stuck in a testing phase, which is why I am protecting it. It may be a waste of time. You appear intelligent enough, but I doubt you or any of our other visitors could solve even the easiest of problems in the algorithm.
Then let me watch the console for you, Lemirin. Lemirin says she needs to see you right away.
I am not supposed to leave this area unwatched, but all of my heralds are performing other duties. And if Elmiran sent you, very well. Thank you, Traveler. I will not be long.
Shouldn't keep her waiting, Katrin. Please enter your selection. Decode encryption algorithm 01. Increased by 5. Too high. Decrease by 1. Continue to next encryption algorithm. Please input correct solution to following problem. Given a population of diploid organisms that mate randomly with 9% of the population homogeneous, recessive for a particular trait, calculate the percent that are heterogeneous for that trait. Oh, these are easy. It's a matter of increasing it. And then reducing it. Return to root. access file on Ikobar. Ikobar have made no secret that they covet our gateway technology. Unfortunately, they are a warlike species. Soon after they developed rudimentary warp drive technology, they used it to attack and enslave several inhabited worlds. Ikobar have also made several attempts to covertly access our consoles and steal our technology. Although officially we are not at war, we should be extremely cautious with the Ikobar. Access to gateways is strictly off-limits for the Ikobar, and a herald will be assigned to monitor all movements of Ikobar representatives in areas near gateway access points. Alright, the Denasian. The Denasians have made repeated requests for medical technology. Our analysis of their biomedical ethics, however, indicate that at their primitive level of development they have an 84.6% chance of doing themselves harm with genetic engineering, and a 74.2% chance of using it for biological warfare. Although thus far their dealings with us have been honorable, a plague on their world has increased their demands for gene manipulators. Our recommendations is to continue to supply the Denasians with medical supplies and antigens, but to withhold other medical technology.
It is just as I surmised. The Iconians are following their own version of the Prime Directive. They are attempting to protect lesser developed species from acquiring technology that they may not use wisely or well.
What do you think, Sheila?
Not so fast. We've only heard one side of the story. I'd like to know what some of the other visitors here think about the oh-so-noble Iconians.
Agreed. Let's find out. Alright, let's talk to the nations.
We will gladly give you the medicines you require, but our genetic engineering technology is off-limits.
The medicine will help with this plague, but what about the next one? We need the ability to take care of ourselves, but you won't give us the means to do so.
I am sorry, but we have extremely stringent rules about who can use our technology. There are many species who are not yet ready to use our gifts safely and wisely. One moment, Falkar. Yes? May I help you? I will take your opinion under advisement, but ultimately, this is an Iconian matter. You are simply another visitor on our world.
Oh, this attitude going on there. Alien trader. What's a Denasians? I don't know why they're calling him an alien traveler. Well, these are the ones we really gotta worry about. Oh, that's a Denasian too. A Denasian and an Ikobar. Then who was that? That was a different guy. That wasn't the Denasian.
We haven't made much headway trying to reverse engineer the gateways, but just imagine what we could do with it.
Oh, I have. You can move an army in the blink of an eye. Think about what would happen if all these heralds just showed up on your planet. Oh, they'd take over in a day. I'm still trying to acquire some of their data. Have you had any luck yet?
Nothing yet. Despite all their openness and hospitality, the Iconians have everything on lockdown. I can't even get near the building where they keep the world heart without some herald stopping me. If I were the Iconians, I too would think twice about giving people like these advanced technology.
This doesn't prove anything. So the Iconians had their reasons for withholding technology.
Hello, viewer.
I don't care, and neither do their enemies.
Kind of catching me at the end of this
We
episode.
know the bombardment is imminent. This world will be obliterated, no matter how much you sympathize with the Iconians. And don't forget what we're here to do. There can be no survivors.
I can see both sides of the argument. The Iconian, or the Ikobar and the Denasians are upset because they can't get certain technology, but the Iconians are withholding that certain technology because of what's about to happen. And how they would misuse it. This guy, I don't know what. I'm kind of confused because I thought that guy was supposed to be the Denasian, but I guess not. I guess he's another alien that's having issues on his home planet. Alright, let's return to the plaza. So we're detecting an armada of ships on long-range sensors, multiple configurations. Avoid detection at all costs.
Tell your ships to drop into orbit above the polar region. My ship is cloaked there.
Alright. Wolfman, take up a polar orbit above the planet. Oh, there we are. Just trying to find kind of an engineer.
Excuse me, but I require assistance. We have lost contact with several of our colony worlds. I am attempting to increase the range of this communications console to re-establish the connection. But I need another set of hands to adjust the frequency while I attempt to dial in the proper network levels. All of my heralds are currently working on the evacuation. Would you be willing to help me?
I'll do what I can to assist you. Okay, decrease frequency. Lock-in frequency output.
Curious. Our communications should be reaching the colonies, but I am not receiving any response to my messages. Something terrible must have happened. We were not concerned about the lesser races. Not at first. They were like children who wanted things they could not understand. It was our duty to protect them, to guide them. In time, when they were ready, we would have shared all of our gifts.
Yeah, well, not every race likes that. Being held back. I mean the Federation, or before the Federation was formed, the Earth were held back by the Vulcans because, same reason that they have their reasons, because they didn't want us to advance too quickly. I mean, that's kind of how the Mirror Universe, how that ended up happening. We were too eager to take over, and it bit them in the butt later down the road for the Terran Empire. Because the Terran Empire, from what I understand, is kind of not much there anymore because of the Cardassians and all them guys joining forces to go after them. In the Mirror Universe, that is. What will you do now?
I do not know. If the colony worlds have fallen, then I am sorry. Please excuse me. I must speak to our leaders.
Even the mightiest can fall to the multitude.
We already know the evacuation did not save them.
But the gateway on New Romulus remained active for a time.
Then we must cut off that path, now, before anyone escapes.
Easier said than done. The stand. Alright, Niran.
Welcome, traveler. I apologize for my earlier absence. Do you have questions about our world? We have had contact with many worlds in our journeys, but we have found no people equal to our own. Some of the others resent the blessings our people enjoy. They seek to take that which we will not give.
Had the same issues before. Same problems with other races too. How do you intend to respond?
While we are an extremely advanced world, we are not, in general, a militant one. Tiket will coordinate the defense, but I remain hopeful that we can reach a peaceful solution. before blood is shed.
Good luck with that.
Matara speaks for us, and she is quite a gifted diplomat. If all else fails, there are places known only to us and those who serve us. Our gateways can take us to these refuges, to recover and rebuild. Will you help us?
That's all for now. I'm working on it. Now we're talking to... Is that the mirror?
The attack is beginning. I thought we'd have more time. We must retrieve the World Heart and escape. Will you help us?
The attack is beginning. We must decide how to proceed. I have spoken to these people, walked their streets, shared their meals. Regardless of what we know they will do in the future, the Iconians of this time are not evil. They are peaceful. And they are guilty of no crimes, worse than standing up for their ideals. The very same ideals, I might point out, as the Federation's prime directive.
So you're saying we should help them, even knowing what they will do.
You have walked the same streets as I, spoken to the same people. Can you allow them to die for crimes they have not yet committed? For my part, I find no honor in cold-blooded murder.
I see your point. What do you think, Sela?
It doesn't matter what these people are now. We know what they will become, what they will do. The Iconians will destroy my homeworld. They will bomb the Archive in the Lena system and exterminate the Preservers. They will incite the Undine to destroy Keswick 4. They will attack our homeworlds, kill those we love, and threaten our very existence.
That is in the future. We're here now.
And that changes nothing. We know what will happen. In our time, they are poised to destroy or enslave the galaxy. There is no choice. We destroy them now and save ourselves.
Do we have the right to execute the Iconians for crimes we haven't yet committed?
It's a bit late for second thoughts. Our mission is clear. We don't have a choice. We're here, and we will do what needs to be done. Atone for your sins after you've saved the galaxy.
Sometimes being ruthless isn't right. And for one, we might be the reason why.
The World Heart contains all
you ever think about
of
that?
our knowledge.
You might be the reason why they became
data.
what they became.
With it, we can rebuild. We have a refuge built for those who serve us. We shall go there.
We should be able to access the gateway network from here. We could disable all of the gateways at once.
We offered Lemirin our aid. There is no honor in striking down an ally from the Hive.
The honorable thing would be to complete our mission and save our galaxy. Or do you not care about what happens to Kronos?
We all care about what's happening. There's only so much we can do. I mean,
we need to transfer the World Heart to a transportable format. I'll need your help to initiate the download from that console.
Alright.
The download is proceeding, but it will not complete before the invaders find us. magnetic interlocks holding the core. I need you at the other console. More invaders. They must not take the world heart. The mainframe memory banks. I will require your assistance.
Coming, Lemurian, I'm coming. Be patient.
Aliens are coming. Protect me.
Enemy target.
Mainframe memory erased. The last step is to eject the world heart. That was just the beginning of the violence. My people are few, and most of our heralds are elsewhere. Defeating a significant force would be costly to both sides. I know you are not one of the whole, and I have no right to ask for your assistance. But would you help us evacuate the city?
Of course.
Blessings of the whole upon you. We must gather as many of our people as possible and escort them to the gateway platform. Once we are there, I will open the path to our refuge. Many of our people already left for Colony Worlds, but we have lost contact with them. I fear the worst.
What should we do first?
I recommend we locate Tiket. She is our protector, and there are none who know the ways of our enemy as well as she. Tiket is a fearsome warrior and has kept our people safe for countless millennia until today.
Rescuing Iconians is not what we're here to do.
We're not here to kill them either.
Perhaps it is. When we came back in time, we did not know what we would find.
She's the rough one. She's the tough one.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you. I will defend Iconia until my final breath.
If you die here, who will claim vengeance for the fallen?
Your words have merit. If we go to the refuge, we can rebuild. There, we can plan our vengeance. No one will ever threaten us again.
Think about your people, Tiket, and not your revenge.
She is a fool. She would let her people die so she could avenge them.
Vengeance is a powerful.
Yeah, well, I guess we're the ones that planted that in their mind.
Thank you. You have shown exceptional kindness and valor in this trying time. I will miss my home. Iconia is precious to us, but as long as the whole survives, we can use the world heart to rebuild.
Go to the gateway platform. We'll meet you there. Out really quick. Engineering kits, so I don't need the engineering kit modules. Sorry, there's some of those Admiralty collections. I don't use photons, so I don't need that. Let's go get these guys over. Come on, get it.
These are not a warlike people.
Not yet. Shit. That will change.
Yeah, I don't know why it took them so long to become warlike. I guess I think because they lost the war. That's probably part of it.
Alien species threatened our home.
And the Iconians will become conquerors.
Moving. Go, 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 go. You guys just standing there. Come on. Go. Whatever. You wish to die here? That's your fault, not mine. Okay, let's see.
I see your plan. We've won their confidence, gathered them together. Strike now, and we can eliminate them all.
I've decided to spare the Iconians. We cannot hold them responsible for acts they haven't committed yet. As we get through, we need to destroy the navigation plotter so we cannot be followed. Voice talk on that one, did they?
The gateway is damaged. You will need to reroute the power and reinitialize the gateway opening sequence.
We have to take care of the enemies first. Ayami got stuck somewhere.
Didn't the others save the Iconians? Where are they?
They may already be here.
Yeah, us. Oh my god, Jesus. Jumped away from it.
We're losing ground!
We can't hold them off from...
That's it. Send them through.
No! This isn't our mission!
You took everything from me!
The world
There's no time. The gateway is closing.
Only 12 of us are left. That crystal contains our civilization.
Seela, stop! We are better than this!
I will remember this, Romulan.
How does the Iconian know that she's a Romulan?
Extinguish
The Romulans
your
didn't even
people
exist
in
yet.
payment for your treachery.
I don't even think the Romulans even existed yet.
This has all played out this way before. I am the cause for Hobus.
Why is there still an Iconian standing there? Talk to Seela and get the world heart. Which one did she kill? One of the not so important ones, I guess.
I know what you are going to say, but I did what I had to do for my people. I should have acted sooner. If I had, perhaps Romulus would have been restored.
Can't you see that your act caused the destruction of Romulus? We sent 12 Iconians to Dayway 3. We are the others.
That can't... Taket! What have I done?
Did you have a choice? Predestined paradox theory would say this event had to happen, and it is the reason you are here. Or you're here.
The Iconians have fled to Dayway 3, and the Gateway's console has been destroyed. so no one can follow them. Our fate may not have changed from our actions here, but we have done what honor demanded. We are not murderers. Whatever our future may hold, we will face it with our eyes open and our heads held high. We must return to our own time and see what effect our actions had.
This isn't going to be easy to explain, but we need to return. Alright, let's get out of here.
We're initiating a tachyon burst to reopen the portal that brought us here. That should bring us back to the exact moment we left the present time.
It'd be like we never left. Yeah, my ship got destroyed. Trying to leave.
The heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing! Hurry!
Captain Cagran to Alliance Fleet. Stand down. I repeat, stand down. You have the World Heart and the means to end this. Signal the Iconians, show them we have it, and that we are the ones who save them. This is our last chance to end this war.
Continue.
Do you wish to surrender? A wise decision.
No, Elmiran. We have just returned from the past, your past, and we have the World Heart to prove it.
How did you acquire that?
We saved it. We were there when Iconia was lost.
That is not possible. But yet, I see the World Heart in your hands. It is time to end this. Your leaders, our unity. Now.
Wait. Come on, there we go. Sorry about your arm, Ticket. That's before we had the World Heart.
What you say is true. Then that core contains all of the lost knowledge of our people. So much that we thought it was lost forever. Will you return all the remains of our civilization to us?
Conflict must end, and this wound must be healed. What, does Elmiran not have legs? Oh wow, Elmiran doesn't have legs. I never noticed that.
I have never had a chance to examine you closely, but now that you stand before me, I remember. You helped us, although it gained you nothing. You are the other.
And this war should have never happened.
Hate blinded us. Fear of the unknown crippled us. Pain called out for blood in ever greater measure. strangers. The events of that day set us on this path. It grieves me to see where it has led. After we escaped to Day War 3, protecting ourselves became our sole purpose. We transformed ourselves, our home, even our heralds, to prevent another tragedy. And we vowed never to trust again.
You trusted me once.
I did, and it saved us. But we believed the other lost to us, and you were lost to time. And we preserved the whole by any means necessary.
You say you wanted to protect yourselves. In doing so, you destroyed countless lives.
Indeed, we protected the whole against the lesser species who would destroy us if given a chance. Who would steal what we would not give freely. And we did not mourn the deaths of those who were not a part of our unity. And then we faced you, a foe who would not yield, who subverted time itself in an attempt to destroy us. But instead, you showed compassion, even though you knew what would happen to your people if we survived. You helped us, because that is who you are.
Starfleet's mission is to explore, not destroy. Like you, we were defending ourselves.
I am humbled in the face of such integrity. I shall be forever grateful to you for showing us the error of our ways.
Enough blood has been spilled. Let us end this war.
Whatever these creatures did in the past is meaningless.
I didn't take your arm.
They broke our unity, and for that I will destroy.
Well, unfortunately, for one, I didn't take your arm. Emperor Kalis did. 2, yes, we did destroy your sister, but we were protecting ourselves, just like we just said to Lemirin. Have you forgotten what we did for your people, for you?
Never forget what you have done, or what that creator, Neresia, did. It will never.
My question is, how did you know she was a Romulan? I don't even think the Romulans weren't even around that long ago. They weren't even their own people. They were still part of the Vulcans, probably back that far. I don't even think the Vulcans even existed in your time, and 200,000 years ago. Celia was grieving the loss of her homeworld, a homeworld you destroyed. You have already exacted revenge.
A single world. I can destroy a myriad worlds, and it would not be enough. Your existence is an insult to the memory of our people. I will continue my fight, even if I must fight alone.
Tiket, please listen.
She will not listen. Tiket has always been very stubborn. In a few thousand years, perhaps, her attitudes will change. Until then, be wary. Tiket is a formidable opponent, and I will not take up arms against her, even in defense of the other. But with those of us who remain, you shall have peace. But we ask only for our home world. Leave Iconia and our servants undisturbed, and we will trouble you no longer.
That sounds fair, but we will have to ratify this treaty with the Alliance.
I understand, but our terms are not negotiable. We need time to breathe and contemplate. Perhaps in a millennia or two, it will be different.
Why would it take so long? It doesn't usually take that long for humans to grieve and contemplate. Thank you for striking me. Hello, guys.
We have much to do, but first, we will celebrate. Let the blood wine flow now that the bloodletting has ceased. There is more to being a warrior than vengeance and death. True honor comes from doing what is right, despite the personal cost. The Iconians will depart, and we will rebuild. Mercy has triumphed where weapons could not. Now I will try to find a way to share this wisdom with my people. Many warriors have fallen in this war. Those of us who remain must walk the path of honor.
It was your courage that showed me the way.
I don't know what to say. I thought I was protecting our future. But instead, all this... It happened because of a mistake I made hundreds of thousands of years ago. I've made a lot of difficult choices in my life. And I didn't always consider the consequences of my actions. Today has made me wonder if there's another way. If I can be better than I am.
It's never too late. Alright, Tom.
I thought this was it. The last day. And I was ready, but I'm glad my daughter didn't have to die in defense of the Federation. That I get to go home after this. We all do.
You're gonna have a son. You have a son too, but they don't know. They don't even have that in this game yet. Unless something happens to the kid, unless something happens to her son, to their son. Because right now I just found out that B'Elanna is pregnant again in the current book that I'm reading. So the Parises are gonna have a son. I just don't know if they'll ever be introduced in this game.
Your compassion has accomplished more in one act than we could have with all the phasers in the fleet. Honor and selflessness have been almost forgotten over the past few years. That needs to change. It's time to act like Starfleet officers again.
Now we need to rebuild.
We have a lot to do to heal the wounds the war has left on us all. But we've survived the Borg and the Dominion. We can survive this.
Agreed. Hey, Nog.
There's a lot of work to be done now. We need to rebuild, recover, try to learn how to live in this new reality. But with people like you on our side, I know we can do it.
We'll succeed if we all work together. Alright, return to my ship. Alright, well that is that. I am still going to continue this until I get through this part of the game, because then eventually we will start getting into this new stuff. But I already have a series going on for that, for the Iconians. Or not the Iconians, the Dominion, with my Jem'Hadar character. On this, when the console version comes out, I'll be starting that version too. But he'll become a Federation ally, not a... Because the one on the PC, I made him a Klingon ally. Alright, what do I want?
The war is over. Although we could not turn back the clock and restore the lives that were lost and the planets that were ravaged, we have ended the conflict honorably. You made the right choice. And that is not always an easy one to make. I would be honored to fight by your side again. Before that day comes, however, we must rebuild. There is already talk of new exploration missions. Perhaps we will find our next challenge among the unexplored stars.
Maybe. Peacemaker. Alright, well that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I've seen a few people watch it here and there, but they didn't watch very long. But I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Till next time, because I'll be, I might be doing another episode today. We'll see, but it'll probably be the Dominion one. But other than that, I won't have any time off again until probably Wednesday. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Till next time. Till next time. Oh, come on, hurry up. Till next time.